Seriously?
Hey guys, 6 Plus Stevo here with another video for you, and another one in which I'm going to show you off some miniatures that I've painted up. Yeah, a lot of you guys would have seen these on an earlier video in which I kitbashed and converted and scratch built these. Scratch built isn't really the right word. These are very much a conversion slash kit bash. But yeah, these Mek guns that I made and featured on the channel a while ago, well, now I have taken it to the next step and painted them. Yes, this is the second video in a row where I am proving to you guys that I do occasionally put some paint on miniatures. And yes, so I just wanted to show these off. On the last one you would have seen that I did my killer cans. I'll pop a link up in the corner if you haven't seen that video yet, where I'll show off my painted killer cans. But yeah, this is much the same sort of thing. I'm just going to show off these. I converted these using parts from the truck kit, the Mek gun kit, and lots of other kits besides. There's all sorts in here. There's bits from Morkanauts. There are bits from old school, like really old school Ork trucks, like we're talking second edition here. The standard current truck, bits from killer cans, some bits from a Jet. Even as I'm looking at the miniatures now, I'm trying to remember where all these bits came from. But yeah, anyway, if you want to see more about that and see me, you know, in more detail, the conversion of these before painting, then like I say, check out the link, and I'll pop a link to that as well, so you can check that one out. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a closer look at these. So what one will we start with? Let's start with, first of all, this one. Now, straight away, those with a keen eye will recognise that this is the standard Mek gun kit. Although, having said that, with all of these, you'll notice that I've done something that you don't usually do, is that I've based them. The reason and thought process behind this was that the Grot crew essentially come on separate bases, and in the past, in the rules, there has been rules for the Grot crew being able to move about and operate different guns, etc. In 8th edition, in the Codex, they've changed that rule. The Mek gun and the Grot crew all come as one model, one miniature. The Grot crew is essentially ignored. And using this idea, I thought, you know what? What's the point in having them on separate bases and having it all separate? I can take this opportunity to just do something a bit more interesting with these. And I really like the idea of basing these with the Grot crew and also almost making like a little mini diorama out of these miniatures. And you know what, guys? I'm so pleased I did it. I think I really made the right call. These are flyer bases. Yep, I think these are flyer bases that you get with like the Jet and stuff, obviously without the flying stand. But I just thought they were the perfect size for these and the Grot crew. So it gave me the opportunity to sort of base it, add some tufts of grass and rocks and stuff, and make like a little scene. And I really like the idea of the Grot crew becoming integral to it and being part of the scene, because too many times do you see Mek guns on the table where people don't even bother using the Grot crew with it because they just see them as pointless. But I love the miniatures of the Grot crew, so I really wanted to paint them up as well and have them be a proper featured part of this miniature. So as you can see, I used very much the same technique as I did on the cans in painting these, this whole same process and paints feature. Again, I used army painter paints for these. I love the little dude there with the binoculars. I did the same thing with the binoculars as I do with all the lenses. I gave them a nice gloss varnish over. I don't know if the camera's picking that up well, but it's got a nice glassy, shiny look to it. And I just love the addition of the Grot crew, sort of, you know, scattered around this thing, arguing, squabbling, operating the machine. Particularly pleased with the effect I got on the monitors. Again, with the varnish and a bit of sort of shading and highlighting on there, just to give that monitor a nice sort of look. But yeah, really pleased with how these came out. These took me a long time because I had to convert these to start with. Not this one, this is a standard one. This is the only standard one. The others you'll see in a moment are all converted. But I had to convert them all, which took a long time. And then built them, paint them, and then separately build and paint the grots so that I could combine it all together. I didn't want to glue the whole thing to the base with all the crew because it would have made it even harder to paint. So for ease of painting, I painted the gun and then painted the crew and then put it all together and finally based it all and painted the base. But yeah, so that's the bog standard Mek gun that all of you will have seen before. The other three though, I wanted to look different because I'm a firm believer in that no two Ork vehicles should look the same. And this is a perfect example of this. This uses parts from the Mek gun kit, the truck kit. The main chassis of it is the truck. You can see the gun itself is powered by the engine from the truck. So this is a petrol powered custom Mega Blaster. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this one. I think the effects of this came out quite well, I think. And again, you can see all the crew scrabbling around there, trying to load it, arguing with each other, fix it. Matey's in there yelling out orders out the window. As you can see, he's loving life. I'll move that one to one side for the moment. Next one followed the same sort of principle, went for sort of a traditional cannon look to it. I say traditional because there's nothing traditional about this. It's got the door from a Rhino as the base here. This is from a Killer Cam, I think. The gun itself is from a Zap gun with a Morkanaut custom Mega Blaster stuck on the end. And yeah, you can see as well, with the Grot crew, you get 5 Grot crew with a Mek gun when you buy it. Now I bought 2 Mek guns and a truck kit to make these 4 Mek guns. So obviously I didn't have enough Grot crew. Like I say, there's supposed to be 5 per gun. So what I did was I made use of things like oiler squigs. And you might have seen on the earlier one, Ammo Runt, who with a little bit of conversion turned his box of ammo into some sort of like toolbox and turned his little hand grenade into a tool of some kind. So I've done little things like that. I've made use of like Grot oilers, Ammo Runts, and things like that, basically, just to get a few more Grot crew. It still didn't give me enough, but personally, as the Grot crew are ignored anyway, I don't think you need to have 5 per gun. So some of these have got 4, some of them have got 3, but I think it adds to the randomness of the Orks and the Grots crew in it. And who's to say there's not one hidden underneath somewhere, you know, powering it. I like this guy here yelling out and pushing the fire button. I like the dude on the back there with the goggles. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with these. I think they look battered, well worn. They look like they've been built out of scrap. I had great fun building these guys. These were great fun to build. Mek gun kit is awesome. One of my favourite kits. Here we go here with my last one. This one was used, the wheels are from the old school truck. The sort of mud guards around the wheels are actually a Def Dredge shoulder pads. But the majority, the rest of this thing is mostly standard Mek gun kit. I just think left things like the armour off it to give it a bit more of a bare bones vibe. I love the little guy at the front. Again, another dude with binoculars. I love the little guys with binoculars. Grots are just awesome, man. Grots are just, they've got so much character to them. They're so funny. I love Grots. I really do love Grots. Little dude there with the welding mask. The dude here's pushing away on the keypad. He's like typing in the coordinates of what he wants to bomb the hell out of. And yeah, there you go, guys. There they are anyway. I'll take the camera, zoom it back out, and get them all back out there. So yeah, there you go, guys. Just a quick video to show off what I've been up to. I know I haven't been making that many videos lately. And the reason for that is, well, one of the reasons for that is that I've been painting. I've actually been doing some hobby, because sometimes making the videos, it actually prevents you from doing the hobby that you love. You know, it's ironic that you do a YouTube channel to sort of share your love of the hobby, and then that itself actually prevents you from doing the hobby. But yeah, so in my absence from actually making videos for you guys, I've actually been painting and getting some of this stuff finished. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it's come out, and long may it continue. I'm currently in the works for, I'm painting up a big mech to lead this lot, and shortly after him I plan to paint up some grot troops to fill out the troop slots and hopefully give me a small legal grot army led by a big mech. And yeah, it's just a starting point. I don't think it'll be very effective on the tabletop, but hell, you know, at least it'll be painted, and that's the main thing. So yeah, there you go, guys. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Let me know what you think of these. If you think I've done a good job on them, if you think I've done a rubbish job on them, please let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like, hit that subscribe button for lots more Orky content. But for now, guys, this is 6 Plus Stevo signing out.